Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. I'm getting a way later start than what I wanted, but your girl just needed some rest. Vacation will wear you out. Came home to a little bit of a mess in the garden yesterday. We had really bad storms while we were gone. We got 6 inches of rain here. The pool was overflowing. I got some plants that got beat down pretty bad, so we're going to work on trying to stand those back up this morning. Came home to a dead girl yesterday. The pecking order is ridiculous. It's just stupid the way they do things. But we had a girl that they had been bullying before we left, and we tried to keep them off of her as much as we could. Tried to catch her. She wouldn't let us. And so we came back yesterday and she was dead. That's our third one now that we've lost to the pecking order, and it sucks. It really does. It sucks. But life goes on, so we'll see what the garden's got. So already see right away we got some bell peppers that I need to get out of here. I was trying to let them turn color on the bush, but we're not going to be able to do that. String beans got hit pretty hard with the storm, so I'm going to pick these this morning. I see a little bit of flowers, but I may go ahead and pull these bushes. We'll see. We're pulling butterbean bushes over there once Kelly takes a look at them, and we are pulling out squash and zucchini if I can convince him to do so. Our corn got away from us while we were gone. It's pretty much dead. We'll be pulling corn this morning, getting those off of my pepper bushes. And I'm going to weed through these acorn squash and see what we got in here that probably might need to come out. So after looking at them, we've got, even though they look kind of rough, we've got quite a few flowers. So we're just going to pick these instead of pulling them, and we'll look at them later, maybe next weekend, and decide. Kelly's going to start on the okra, and we'll be picking string beans. So while we were gone, we got 6 inches of rain, and we dumped the rain gauge yesterday when we got home, and then last night we got 2 inches of rain. The pool's overflowing, and our garden's suffering because of it. And so I'm going to pick these string beans, but my gut tells me to go ahead and pull them. But I'm going to pick them and see what they look like Sunday. Yeah, sucks. Mother Nature. Okay, along this journey, we promised to share the good, bad, and the ugly. And let me give you I just pulled our corn before we left. It was not quite ready. Girls are going to be happy. While we were gone, I think the heat was just too intense. I don't know if it was the heat or the water, I'm not sure. And so out of all of our corn, we got one ear. I guess when you have a garden, you have to go with the concept of one is better than none. So I gunned this one to the pole. Now that the corn's out, we're going to have a little less shade for these peppers, which means they're going to turn color a little quicker. And these are starting to look really good. I'm going to pick just a few to eat with dinner tonight, but I'm going to leave the rest, let them get a little bit longer. The longer I leave them, the hotter they get, and that's what I'm looking for. Oh, look at this one. That's what you want. But sometimes they dry out if I leave them too long, but that's what I want. That's what I want all of them to look like, but I've had to pick them early. So these are red Tabascos, and I've gotten very few off the bush red because it's been so hot they dry out. Just a few for dinner. I'll leave the rest for hot sauce later. So I just pulled all of the zucchini plants, and I actually have some flowering on these squash plants, all of them actually. some squash that are like almost grown. I'm going to leave these till Sunday. They're coming out Sunday. Then we'll treat this box and fertilize this box, and then this box will be ready for fall planting. I'll do the same thing with this butterbean box over here. Kelly got the jalapenos this morning. These squash bushes have some squash that are almost done on them, so I'm going to leave those till Sunday. Jalapenos are looking nicely. Kelly did pick a few of those this morning because I want to do some jalapeno pickled okra. These pepper bushes, plants that I planted, are trying, but it's so late. I really don't, to be honest, I really don't think they're going to do anything. Radish grow like crazy. It's so hot out here, they're not doing anything. Thank goodness my tomatoes are still looking pretty good. Got to do some maintenance, get some of those dead limbs off so it won't shut the bush down. Kelly got all of the okra this morning. Same thing with these pepper bushes, plants over here. Oh my gosh, y'all. That's a watermelon. We planted a seed from a watermelon that we got from Aldi, and it's coming up. How about that? I have some cantaloupe over here, and once those mature, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this bush also. I had some flowers up here when we left, but if you see, a lot of stuff just died. The heat is just horrible. So once Kelly cleans up that massive mess over there, we are pulling these butter beans today. I'm pulling some lettuce to give to the girls. And then we have got to direct these cucumbers up this trellis. We're going to take the bottom limbs off, and then we are going to gun these up. So we took the gun and are aiding our cucumbers to climb up this trellis. I did want to show you my oregano. Y'all, it's massive. It's just growing like crazy. I took this much off this morning, and it is just flourishing even more. Pepper bushes look nice. Eggplant, we have 2 that are about ready to come off. We have baby onions. Onions look good. Basil is massive too. I pulled some yesterday. I don't have time to mess with this today, so that'll be either tomorrow or Sunday. Kelly's taking the corn out for the chickens. They're going to be happy girls. If all of these acorn squash mature, that's what they look like. We're probably going to get, I would say, 15 or 20 off of these bushes. They've done real well. I'm going inside to put my herbs up. I'm going to come back out and help Kelly pull the butterbean bushes. Going to have to do a part 2 to this video. And it is getting hot out here. Took a couple of good soaks, but cleaned them right up. I'll let them drain off on that, and then we'll cut them, let them dry, and we'll have dried oregano. Oh, another empty box. Butterbean bushes have been pulled. Another empty box for the fall. Now these cucumbers hopefully will stand half a chance, now that they can get some sunlight and aren't being hid by the butterbeans. Any? A little more time? Let's give them another week. This will be our last butterbean box that we'll pull. We've done pretty well with butterbeans this year. So we changed our mind. We went ahead and pulled this box. 45 plants came out of this box, butterbean box. So she's looking a little bare. That box is empty. This box is empty. I just pulled the string beans out of that box. So it's hot out here. I'm going to come out in the morning, rake these boxes up, pull any weeds, and we'll plant Sunday morning. She's starting to look a little bare, but that's okay. It's time to plant fall.